so funny. Just like night and day, it doesn't even look like me. And like, even my mom's like, "Oh my god, he looks." Well, of course, your mom's gonna freak out over it. But good excuse to wear a suit. You know? So Brad, you're in. Did I see? Is it Nebraska?
North Dakota.
Or was it North Dakota area ish?
It's a
and then
terrible,
Eric, you're in.
Terrible state.
Yeah, is it really shitty over there?
It's
like
terrible.
Just nothing over there.
Nothing. And the weather is the worst. It's the worst weather in the whole entire world. I'm pretty convinced.
When you getting out? Are you just there chasing the money?
Yeah, just money. I have no plans of getting out. I'd love a plan, but the money is really good. So
I keep trying to get him over here, but he won't come do construction. I was like, dude, come on, come over to the light side. Fuck North Dakota.
Right.
Yeah, fuck North Dakota.
But he won't do it. He won't do it.
No.
So, okay, we got... I'm going to just go ahead and keep all that original shit we just did. Okay, so today we got Pathways, which I'm extremely excited about. We got Kyle Miller here, the bass player, and we got drummer, right? Bill Lanigan. Awesome.
Yeah, you can Will Lanigan. Bill's, this is my professional Zoom.
Okay. Well, it's awesome to meet you guys. Well, I'm very excited. I like our last episode we had a band on, and like I said to them, is I've been pretty not online as much as absolutely possible, but I knew you guys were doing some shit, and then this last few days I kind of dug into what you guys are doing. Extremely blown away. Like mad props on every, like, jaw to the floor. Was like, holy shit. So you guys just released a video. Fuck, I should have wrote the name of the song down. What's the name of the song?
Great Old Ones.
Great Old Ones?
That's right.
Incredible. Like, I've known Kyle here for a hot minute, fucking probably 10 years now, which seems crazy.
Longer. Yeah.
And he's always been amazing, always been jaw to the floor, but this music video, this performance, the sound quality on all of it, I was, holy shit, wasn't expecting it. I was expecting good, but that shit was extremely high quality. So mad props on you guys. And you guys all seem like very talented musicians. Just I've never met the other, so it's 3 other guys. You have a singer, guitar, drummer, bass player.
4-piece band. That's
4
right.
guys.
Every member is like kind of the master of their own domain.
I was
the
drumming was extremely tight. The fucking guitar playing was extremely tight. The vocals extremely tight. Obviously, bass playing extremely tight. So mad props. I'm
thank you.
Very excited to have you guys on.
Yeah. Oh, with an intro like that, good lord.
Lord, got me all hot and bothered here. No, really. Thank you so much. I'm like so glad that you guys dig that shit, man. Like it's something a little harder, and I'm a little new to the band and stuff too, but like glad to be into a metal band now.
Hell yeah.
Fun. Always wanted to. Yeah.
I was gonna ask about that, because in just doing some Pathways research online, I saw Pathways seems like they've been around for a while. So I was curious of, like, if you know, or when Pathways started, and then Kyle, when did you join up? Because other videos I was watching, you weren't in them.
Right. Yeah. So Pathways, shit, I think they started back in 2016. Is that right, Will?
No. So Pathways originally started when John came back from Musicians Institute. He went to college in California for music.
That's Guitar Boy.
Uh-huh.
John.
That's right. He came back around 2012, and he was like, I want to start a band and just put some music on the internet. It was mainly just him. John wrote it all. Guitar is the only instrument that he plays, but he can write for just about any instrument. Hence that we wrote a symphony that John wrote. And in 2012 he started it, and then they went through like a myriad of member changes, kind of like just trying out different friends and stuff. It was just like music on the internet. Hey, I'm back in town. People are like, oh, I want to be in a band, and they just kind of went around that. And around like 2015 is when I joined.
Mm-hmm.
And since then things have been more streamlined. There's only been 2 member changes since then. So 2015 is when Pathways like really had its solidification. 2016 is when we got signed, went on Tragic, went on a couple tours.
Yeah.
And then John moved out here for pharmacy school at University of Washington. And then our previous bassist, Jensen, came with him. And then I came out here like a year after. I came out here around like early 2018. And then since then, we found Kyle and the new vocalist, Sean Air, and we're back in action, baby.
Wow.
That's awesome. So are you guys, so this is Seattle based, I'm assuming? Where you guys are out of?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so those guys are all down in Tacoma, and then I'm up north in Seattle here, like just below downtown. Yeah.
Awesome. When's so I mean, I guess this is an impossible thing to get around given the COVID thing. When do you guys plan on getting back out? Is it just trying later this summer? Now I just really want to come see you guys. Do you guys have any plans set?
Well, that's kind of where we're getting, strongholded is, we are kind of held up by COVID. So in the meantime, we're pushing hard with like an internet campaign. As you saw, we put out the first video. And if you've done some research on us recently since finding that, you'll probably notice that like we've been pretty constant on all social since then, as opposed to where we were pretty much on a hiatus the last 2.5, 3 years. And then we just announced just the other day that we have another new song coming out May 6th. And that one's going to be titled Sophomania with another new video to accompany it. And we're very hyped for that.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
So back to, I just have to go back to this video a little bit for Great Old Ones. I loved it. It's like the first time I watched it, I didn't catch everything, which is good. That's what you want. You want all those little details that you notice more and more as you watch it more and more. But I love the whole eyes wide shut kind of vibe to it. That's just like right up my alley. And then just the little things in like the filming and maybe the direction too. Like in the beginning, like the drumming is kind of normal speed, and then there's like the slow motion flip, and then and it's just like, oh, that's just a little detail that I appreciate. And like Kyle standing on the balcony and stuff is just insane. And then what I also liked after I watched it a few times, I was like, you know what's really cool about it is that I feel when you're shooting like a music video for a band, it's like really easy to just stay with the lead singer and the drums, because that's kind of the easiest things to film. But everybody kind of got their own few second shots of like being able to show like some cool skill or just showcase like their own little thing on their instrument and stuff like that. And everybody kind of got that. So you're like, damn, it does seem very well rounded and stuff like that. Just because in the video, whoever was in charge of, if it was you guys or if some director or something, whoever was in charge of like mapping it out did a really good job at showcasing everybody and stuff.
Thank you. Yeah. That's all because this dude, Hot Carl Productions. His name is Carl. He's hot. So, him and his little production crew and stuff, they kind of put together that whole thing for us and stuff. So like a lot of everything that you're seeing and stuff is like just from his mind, kind of. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And the dude's crazy. Like he's doing like a Jason. I wouldn't call it a fan film, but it's like it's something off the franchise. I'm not sure, but it's actually like legit looking. It's sick. This guy's crazy, and he's got a couple other. Say what?
It's called Jason Rising. He's already got a trailer or two out for it on YouTube. If you're into horror, I highly recommend you at least take a look at it. If you thought the Goo video was good in any capacity, go ahead and check that out too.
Yeah, nice. It's pro. It looks pro. It's gonna be sick when it comes out. Like I'm stoked to see that.
And did he find that crazy mansion?
He did. Yeah. So Hot Carl is a hell of a producer. He's down in the PDX area down in Portland, and we're up in Washington, and we were searching for videographers in the area because we had an idea for what we wanted for the song, but we didn't think Eyes Wide Shut. We just knew we wanted something grandiose to match our comeback song. We found this dude Carl, and then he ended up sitting down in like a Google Sheets meeting with me one day, and he had like a spreadsheet of 6 different music video ideas. Dude went in. Like if anyone needs a music video in like the PNW area, he's your guy. And he gave us like this PowerPoint presentation of different music video ideas and like how they would be feasible and this and that, and like what his meaning was behind them for each song. And then I brought that back to the band, and we all kind of voted on our favorites, and we got it down to like 2 of them, and then that was our number one when we started talking to him about logistic wise. And he was like, well, I can find this mansion, and I can get a drone shot, I've got a crew that'll come out here, and I'll do a casting call for some strippers, and we'll make it happen. I did.
Had a butt wiggle during my solo. Yeah
you
I
did,
got that.
That's great.
It was cool.
Video is extremely impressive. Fucking good job. I can't give you guys enough compliments on that. That was super dope. So how'd you guys find each other? How did you guys just overlapping dates and stuff like that? Like at venues you guys hung out? How did you guys all How did you, Kyle, get involved with them?
So it was like back in in August. They need a new bass player and stuff, so they started looking. And I think he was saying that some A&R guys and stuff that they knew, they had like a list of some other bass players in the area, and I was on that list. And so they were going through just kind of hitting them all up and like auditioning them and stuff. And then they just happened to audition me back in like August and stuff. So like John Mann, our guitarist, just hit me up and he's just like, "Hey man, I like your playing." And like just that, like to a guitarist, so like, it's just like, thank you, my hero. Yeah. So I was like, "Oh, whoa, man. Hey, nice, you too, man." And then like started looking at his videos. It's like, "Oh, damn, he's pretty lit. Holy shit, he shreds. Oh my God." And then like seeing all these videos and like, "Yeah, man, you guys are pretty good. What's up?" It's like, "Yeah, we're looking for a new bass player." And then so gave me the bass solo to learn from what'll be on the album that'll be coming out later this year. They gave me a bass solo from that to learn. So like they're just like threw it my way. It's like, "Yeah, just to learn it, whatever, get back to us." So like about 4 hours later, then I recorded it and then sent it back to him. I was like, "Hey, is this like okay? Is this good enough?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, oh shit, yeah, perfect."
Yeah, which was crazy because the solo on that song that hasn't been announced yet is a pretty ripping one. It does like all sorts of slapping, tapping, and changes subdivisions, and it's just a tricky one to learn. And then for Kyle to have sent it back within a 24-hour period, even if it was just a skeleton of it, like to have it like, "Oh yeah, like, get this guy over here. Let's meet this guy in person. Make sure he's not a fucking robot."
Yeah. So they brought me down to Tacoma and then inducted me with a bucket of the red margarita mix where you pour tequila into like that thing, and pizza. So I mean, and we also shotgun White Claws. Yeah. So that was
And speaking of which, so I don't know if you guys have partied with Kyle in the past, but he didn't know how to shotgun. So I had my knife.
Well, I was rusty.
You take your knife and you push it in, and then you lift it up and you crack it open. And then he takes it and he goes full scream on it and just taps it and then he puts it up to his face, and he doesn't open it, so he tries to like suck it out like a nipple.
Oh my God.
You could tell I was never in a frat or anything.
Yeah. That's great.
Learning to drink.
Yeah, I have to tell this story. I know this is kind of gonna get away from the band and more towards Kyle, so sorry. But I just
You're good.
Yeah, and not to like stroke your ego even more than I already have, but
No.
but I've told multiple people this story that and I don't remember if you exactly remember this, but so I used to work at a music store, and we had shared a stage together a few times, and we didn't. I don't know what our age difference is, but we didn't really know each other in school. It was kind of after high school that we had met each other, and it was mainly through music. And I was working in a music store, and my boss hated people coming in and just like doing the normal Guitar Center thing, to where they'd pick up an instrument and play, and he'd be like, "If you ain't gonna fucking buy an instrument, stop. Don't come in here for 2 hours and play me." Had that mentality, which I get, kind of. It's just like, you're using our gear. We're not a corporate thing, like blah, blah, blah. But then I remember, and I don't remember if you remember this, but you came in and you picked up a bass and started playing, and he, did his normal, just like shaking his head, like, "God damn it, people coming in just playing." And I was like, no. I was like, "Dude, trust me. You want this kid." And then, I remember I think you did it a few times and just came in and sat, and I just had to sit down with my boss. I'm like, no. He's not going to be the annoying one that fucking just sends all the customers out the door. And we loved it. Like all of us. We had a folk guy in there, and he was just like, "Damn, this kid's good at the bass." And you just sit in there. One of my favorite memories. I loved having you.
Oh man, thank you. I never knew that. That's so sick. That was at Downtown Music and Game or something like that, right?
No, Sandpoint Music. You didn't come. I think you came. It was 2 or 3 times. You didn't come in a lot, but you came in and you sat down for like a half an hour and just played. And I was like, "No, just keep playing. Just keep playing."
Yeah, I remember the shop. I used to do that one every so often, just go in there and geek out and stuff. I think I bought an acoustic bass from that place. That actually got stolen not too long ago. Well, a couple years ago, but bummer. Yeah, because I like remember the day I even bought it from that shop and everything, and like carved my name in it, burnt cigarettes into that thing, brought it up to Alaska, and like wrote tons of like other songs and stuff on it. And I don't know, one of those things that becomes a party and then someone steals it, and it's, I don't know.
Damn.
Yeah, it stinks. But that's so funny. Remember that though. That's very flattering. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for stopping your boss, man. Stick it to the man.
Yeah, stick it to the man. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great. Fucking, and there was like a, I don't know, being young, there was like an ego thing. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a small town, like bands battling for, maybe it was just me, clout or whatever. And like there was originally like an ego thing I had where it's like, fuck those guys, blah, blah, blah. But then as time went on, I was like, actually, you can't argue. These guys are all so fucking talented. Like, God damn it. Like, I can't hate on them. So it's been awesome to like watch you kind of go from that stage to watch you in your other projects. It's awesome. And then this now is just like, well, I guess that's what you get when you bust your ass at it. Fucking,
just don't stop,
Yeah.
like same back to you guys. Like I'm glad that you guys got on this show and have been keeping it going so long. Like I said, consistency is key. Just like keep pumping them out and stuff, man. Yeah, it's a grind, but yeah, it's cool to see like some of the people from the hometown and stuff that have been keeping going at it, been talking about it, been doing it for so long, and then keep going. There's a couple of them out there, but no, there are still those bands from the same point, they'll remain unmentioned that were always no, that weren't that good. Those are always the fun ones to go and see and stuff. Playing the Connie's back bar.
Hell yeah. So so where can people find you? Any things you want to throw out as far as,
So Great Old Ones is like a single off of the new project, correct?
Yeah. Well, so
standalone single. Yeah. So we have a full-length album that's written, recorded, locked, loaded, and the first single, Sophomania, that's coming out on May 6th, is going to be the first single off of that album.
Okay.
Great Old Ones was a standalone that it was our first song that we had written since we had gotten Kyle in the band, because the album was written prior, and then we needed to find Kyle. He'll add his flair to it, but it's been recorded as is. So Goo, we really wanted Kyle injected in there.
Yeah, I see. Okay, and that's coming out the end of May.
Beginning of May. May 6th is going to be Sophomania, and then we'll have a release calendar for 2 to 3 more singles before the actual album itself drops.
Okay.
What's the name of the album?
So we haven't announced that yet.
Okay. I was wondering. I was like, man, they're skirting that question pretty good.
Sneaky little boys. And really, it's really being dialed in for sure, because the song names, they matter, but they aren't as important. But the album name, we kind of want to give it an identity, and we have an idea of what we're pretty certain on, but we haven't fully put that nail in the coffin yet. We did get the artwork for it made, but it doesn't have the title of the artwork. Or so the title within the artwork.
Right.
So we are still fine-tuning.
And then just hoping you guys can play live and
go
see people again.
Boy. And it's funny because I think this is the first time Kyle's ever been in a project like this. Pathways is almost written like a business, where a lot of our music is written in a program called Guitar Pro. And we send that back and forth to each other so that we can all really dial in our parts. If you were just like straight riffing, obviously it's very organic, but sometimes you'll forget what you played. Same thing, especially on busy drum parts. Like I might forget that I played a 16th note triplet hi-hat somewhere in between. But when you have it in Guitar Pro, we write it all out in sheet music form, and you can see each member's individual notes. And we write a music, and then we teach it to ourselves, and then we play it. So when we played the music video for Goo, that was the first time all 4 of us had played live together.
Right.
Kind of like no amps or anything, so you're just like hearing like string slapping, and then only Will, and then our singer like screaming his head off.
So like John and I have obviously played together for years. We've been on several tours. Kyle came over to my house one time. We jammed together, and then the vocalist, I tracked him, so I know that he can hit all the notes and stuff. But like the time that we were all together, like as a physical band playing, together, the first time was at the music video shoot.
Wow.
That's
That's
pretty impressive.
Well,
That's
awesome. Metronome anyway, so it doesn't really make that much difference. As long as you know your parts well and you look good doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I keep on saying this like over and over again, but like I was saying to John one day, I was just like, man, wouldn't it be cool like to be in a band if it meant like you had to play your instruments? Because like we just been like doing this like you know, advertising grind, social media grind, like focusing, you know, trying to really like push these songs as hard as we can, get like make them reach and get as much out as we can.
Mm-hmm.
So it has been upgraded.
But you're like, I just want to play music.
Yeah. Just like, so when it comes time for like, you know, playing shows and stuff, and you know, we all got to learn all these songs again and stuff too. So that'll be just like another thing to throw in there as for the list of to-dos and stuff. But they're good, difficult songs, and have definitely pushed me, you know, in my playing ability and stuff. And I've definitely gotten better, you know, just from being around these dudes and stuff too. Like the solo on Goo, the bass solo. So it's like guitar solo right into bass solo. Me and John got to write that together and stuff. So it kind of sounds like, I say this a bunch too, but it sounds like a bass player that wants to be a guitarist, you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like got those kind of like both like a shreddy element from like a guitar player, but it still sounds like, you know, a bass player with all the slapping and popping and all that. Losing my voice. So, but yeah, that'll be a whole nother thing, is just like learning these things for when it comes time to play live.
Yeah.
But so stoked to play with these guys. Oh my God.
It's gonna be hot.
Oh,
hell yeah.
Well, hell yeah. Thank you guys very much. And yeah, you definitely got yourself a new fan. I'm definitely going to fanboy out on this. And the second you guys are live, you better come to Portland. I'll drive to Seattle. It doesn't matter.
Oh, dude,
I'll
we'll
be
come
there
tear
for-
your neighborhood apart.
Yeah, we'll blow the doors off it.
Hell
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Portland. Oh yeah.
Well, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. And yeah, again, I can't stress enough how awesome it is to watch you, Kyle, and then just see this project. Yeah, I'm very excited. Very excited.
You still playing a little guitar a little bit, Eric?
Yeah.
You still twanging at least a little?
I had a band going for like a year, and then I was playing with kind of older guys, and then that started getting them together and pushing them, and they want they're way more focused on work and shit. And then about 2 months ago, I broke my fucking finger, so I haven't been able to play in like 2 months, and it's still. The last week I've been wondering if I want to push it, but I split the bone right at the tip, and it's your fucking ring finger, so it's like one of the most essential fingers. So I haven't touched the guitar in a few months, but yeah, I'm probably gonna start focusing more on just solo shit. It's so much easier to fucking go book shows and shit like that when you don't have to fucking choreograph with people. Getting
herd cats.
Getting fucking guitar players and drummers to do anything is just a fucking pain in the ass.
Oh, dude. Yeah, we're pretty lucky in that, you know, we're all pretty communicative, and you know, like we're all pretty like, you know, we'll jump in and like help each other out and stuff when it comes to
seems
doing
like
other tasks, admin
focused.
crap.
Yeah, and that's
trying to be yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, well, you're a great singer-songwriter, man. Like I hope you keep on going with that, dude, and I hope you do the solo thing. And dude, if anything, it's just do it for yourself, dude.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a lot easier to get your music out in the world now than it was, you know, even as short as, you know, a decade ago. So record it, pop it up on your distributors, you know, make a quick video for it, and let us hear it, let us see it.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. Thanks, buddy. Well, again, you got anything, Brad? Or anything you guys want to throw in?
Thanks for doing this, guys. Seriously.
Yeah, we'll tell you guys.
Of course.
You know, you can obviously find us on Facebook, if you just look up Pathways Band, you know, you'll probably find us real quick, facebook.com/Pathways Band if you want to find it real quick. You know, we're up on Bandcamp as well, pathways.com/Bandcamp. Instagram, you can find us at Pathways Band. Twitter, you can find us at Pathways Band, and then TikTok, you can find us at Pathways.band. That's how we get you.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing we got into too. TikTok.
Oh, and really, we did just launch a merch store, and that's probably something that we're really trying to get people to, because each shirt that, you know, people get, they go directly into the release of the next song. And the URL is pretty easy. It's pathways-merch.myshopify.com. But if that's too much to remember, we have a landing page on every possible social media that can take you right to it.
Rock and roll.
Perfect.
Well, thank you guys again. Appreciate it. I hope we can get you back on it some other time after this album goes through. I'm really excited to hear it and give it a listen.
Yeah, you bet. Shoot.
Thanks so much. Well, this was a pleasure, boys.
Hell yeah.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. It was nice meeting you, man.
Yeah, and great seeing you dudes again. Holy shit. I'm glad you guys are doing so well. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Well, rock and roll. You guys have a good old day.
Enjoy your good Saturday.
You too. Peace.